it's always knowing that when humility is prioritizing your relationship, it gives you room for the other person to be human, but it also gives you room for you to be able to forgive and reconcile and understand and automatically, because we always say, I always credit him with wanting the best for me. Even when he disappoints me or hurts me, it's not on purpose, it's not intentional, it's because he's human. And so I think that when humility is a primary part of your relationship, even when you have disagreements, even when you're upset, humility has a way of calming you down and keeping things from getting escalated.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope y'all listening, because that was a word right there. Like that, the show's over, we're done. No, but in all seriousness, when thinking about the couples that you guide, what patterns are you seeing the most often in marriages today? And what truths do you wish that every couple held on to before they reach their breaking point?
I can go first.
Go for it. Yeah.
The most important thing, and I know it's going to sound so cliche, God created marriage. So the marriages that don't make it are the ones that don't include him. I don't mean you go to church and you pay your tithes and you speak in tongues. I mean that these things we're talking about are a part of your go-tos. Because when Christ is really Lord of your life, you can't say that you love God and you're serving him when Galatians 5 talks about walking in the spirit and walking in the flesh. The things we're talking about to make your life rich is putting him first, putting yourself second, thinking about the fact that the decisions you make don't just affect you. Those vows that you took was not just between you and your husband, it's between you, your husband, and the Lord. And so to me, I think that the most important thing and the reason for the couples who make it and the couples who don't is when Christ is Lord, Savior, boss, protector, healer, daddy, God, everything, it makes everything else have its proper place.
And I think your relationship is not your own. We see a lot of couples, like you talked about, one of the trends we see a lot right now today is a lot of couples meeting each other online. They meet each other online, and I think, I can't say it's bad and I can't say it's good. It's just a new way that things are just happening now. But one essence of just that meeting online has to be is when you do get together in the physical sense, you have to know that your relationship is not your own. Even though it was just two of you on that online session when you first met, there are so many other people outside of you that are connected to your relationship and your marriage that if something was to happen, you think about a divorce, even though we don't use the D word, how many people are going to be affected by that? Yeah. One, by being a product of it, as a collateral damage from it, from me my mom and dad weren't thinking about, maybe they were, but it wasn't enough to keep them together that they thought about the kids and how it was going to affect them on the long term. Or how many friends did they lose that they had in common together? How did that affect their finances? How did that affect just their lifestyle? So it's a sense of death too. When you have a divorce in your relationship, that's the death of a marriage, and so there's a grieving process that actually goes to it. So that means there's some healing that has to happen on the individual, on the inside, to know that even if the other person was 100% responsible, you still are hurt from it. You still have collateral damage from it. And even if not, you still have a part in the dissolvement of the relationship. So that's a sad time, regardless of how it ended. It got together in a good sense, or you wouldn't have gotten married in that first sense.